content. We're about content.
But dog, tell us what's behind this weekend.
Max is behind this weekend.
No.
I need to open the gate.
Yeah.
Why the weekend, dog? And what's
weekend.
really?
Because I'm really into singers from Canada. No, I'm joking. So this weekend is so this weekend is really just I did a song a year ago, or maybe more, called The Once Before, and it's like a bedtime story that I read to my kid, right? So I'd like say, okay, I tell him he needs to go to bed, and then I tell him it's like fairy tale, but it's a fairy tale about a relationship I had that obviously went south, because with fairy tales it's always like, oh, and then they lived happily ever after, but what happens after that? And then once I did that song, I have the narrative of like me tucking my kid into bed or like at night, and then I was like, okay, what if I built a whole album around like that? So then, okay, what happens before I tuck him into bed? What happens the next morning? What happens the day after? And that's kind of where the idea came from for this weekend. And then after the Once Before, which I collaborated with Nick from Raptors and Remnants, I was like, cool, maybe there's other tracks I can build around that. So we've got like a track about movies, there's a track about Sunday, going to church or spirituality or worship. Yeah, man, so I think the whole thing is kind of built around, me picking up my kid from school, going home, watching a movie, tucking him into bed, reading him a story. The next day, what do we do then? And all the songs kind of relate. I mean, there is still like a way to like build that narrative together, but that's kind of why it's called This Weekend. And I'm just a big fan of like Canadian singers.
So, so dog, will you say like, dog, we're gonna get a deeper insight to who Falcone really is?
Yeah, I think most of the songs I've done are just like bars, like heavy bar stuff, and I don't think there's many songs. There's a few songs I have released that kind of have more about my experience. But I wanted people to get a deeper understanding of like, my experiences, things that are important to me. I always like tracks where you get to learn more about the musician, as opposed to just like, this is a cool party song, or this is a song where I've got lots of multis and bars. I think there's something you take away from learning about the person because you can relate to them. And like everyone goes through stuff, everyone goes through experiences, good or bad. And when you have an experience similar to the person you're listening to, I think you start to form this bond with this artist. And that's kind of what I want. I want people to hear the stuff I've done and go, shit, that's happened to me, or I had a relationship that went to shit, or I've dealt with health issues, or I've dealt with, or raising a kid is a thing. Like, we don't think about how, not only difficult, but like how important it is to raise a child and raise the child properly. But if you can do, I'm raising a child, but in a hip-hop context, because we're all fathers here, somebody else will listen to it and go, yeah, I get that, like it's tough, and I got this thing, I need to look after my kid and buy him shoes and school clothes, but I also want to invest in hip-hop because I love it. I mean, not as much, but I love it.
But last but not least, just to wrap it up, man, like who do you have on this project, like putting it together? Like, who are the parties that are involved?
I mean, I got Uni-VERSE.
Make you put this all together.
I mean, I got Uni-VERSE over there. Hey, he's helping me, like, mix.
Live in the flesh.
I need to cut the beard so people don't think I'm like the uncle on this project.
We got like to put this all together.
FNM, yeah. So Uni-VERSE helped me put it all together. I've got Minus on the project, obviously half of FNM. That's the group. That's the crew representing for always. Chris Anti-B, R-Senic, T30, Chron Burgundy. We got Missing Link. We got
Chro the agnostic.
Chro
the atheist.
The Gnostic.
Yeah.
He hates when they call him the agnostic. Chro's on it. Chro's done some mixing as well for me. Chro's on it. Some special guests. I can't mention everybody because hopefully they show up. We've got some great. I also just wanted to do a project where I've made beats for a lot of people. Inspektah Gadget, obviously. Statik. I just want to feature everybody I've worked with in the past. I think it's a real celebration of like just my journey in hip hop from the beginning days to being on Season Scoop, the full clip, to where I'm at now as a father. It's really a long narrative story. There's stuff about my past before even I got into hip hop, and so it's a complete body of work, I think, that really represents me well. And there's some dope bars and dope hooks and dope lyrics and dope production. dope production, and dope MCs.
And I'm happy I can positively contribute towards the end product, like finishing it and stuff. Like I'm honored to be part of anyone's journey, because when people trust you with their music, that's something else. Because music is so personal. When somebody trusts you with their music, like he's trusted me, I always feel honored. And the homie's trusting me. He's like, put your sound on it, put your signature on it, put something on it, and I appreciate that, because that's love and that's respect, you know. And I fucks with F&M. They don't believe me. I keep telling them I fucks with them. They don't believe me, but I fucks with them, and this is my way of showing them that I fucks with them. Coming through and then just pouring my heart and soul into the project as well, and all my skills.
F&M,
Yeah,
they ain't fucking with us. We F&M.
come on.
Yeah, man. That's all I gotta say. But I can't wait for the project to drop. I've heard a few cuts and everything. Like it's sounding like a fucking classic, man.
Whatever you heard the final
And
cut.
I've heard the final cut,
Yeah.
dog. I've heard the final cut. And
With bass.
oh yeah, with bass, with new drums.
And
New drums. One thing that I must say, I also like how some of the songs evolved, you know, because knowing you, I've seen some of the songs like in the primitive form while they still, you know, but then throughout time with other people that you've worked with, like Max over here and everything, and also bringing in other MCs. Like some tracks have evolved, and it's like been beautiful to see, man. So, but yeah, dog, I'm just excited, man. I just can't wait for this shit to drop, man. That's all.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.